Awesome. I just thought I was filming for about an hour. I wasn't. I was talking to myself and I forgot to hit record. What up, it's your boy, DJ Sterling, back with another video, and today I've got some exciting things to talk about. We're going to talk about Rekordbox 6 again. We're going to talk about this controller right here, which is currently sold out all over the world. You cannot find this brand new immediately. Either it would be on back order or just out of stock because it's in such strong demand. And then lastly, I have a surprise for you guys, so stick around till the end of the video and I'll let you know what that is. So basically, I'm uninstalling Rekordbox 6. I do not like it. I know in my first video, I kind of gave it a lot of positive praise and I said, yeah, this new 3-band waveform is great, and nothing really changed about the look and feel except for some icons, maybe some more stuff on the left-hand side where you see your music collection, and that's pretty much it. Then there's some cloud stuff if you opt into the subscriptions, which I will not do. Yeah, so I also had some instability issues where I would just load up the software and not touch anything and it would just crash by itself. I also feel that using Rekordbox 6, I lose some of the features that I had in Rekordbox 5. Not that I used them, but you know, I had the full version of Rekordbox 5 with all of the add-ons. I don't do video stuff, I don't do DVS, but should I want to, I could do that for free. While Rekordbox 6, even though I have multiple hardware unlocked devices, I still have to pay for that. Not only that, but some of the newer controllers like the XZ is not on that list, and I don't know why. That's like a brand new flagship controller, and for some reason it's not on the hardware unlock list. That puzzles me. I don't know if it was done on purpose. Maybe it's too new, or maybe some updates are coming out. Who knows? I was also bothered that there was no Android support for the phone app. I don't use any Apple products. I only use everything else except Apple products, and I was kind of surprised that only an iOS app was made to work with Rekordbox 6. Again, even if that feature was available to Android, it didn't really seem like a feature that I'd be interested in. I'm not interested in any cloud stuff, and I feel like with Rekordbox 5, you can just export all of your data and then use your Google Drive or your Microsoft OneShare and pretty much do the same stuff that you're paying Rekordbox to do for you. So it's like you have to pay to use the cloud stuff. You have to have a Dropbox subscription. Just assume that 2 gigabytes is too small, so you're going to need a paid subscription to actually benefit. And on top of that paid subscription for Dropbox, you need to pay the subscription for Rekordbox to enable that feature. That's already 2 subscriptions for one cloud service. So the cloud, their whole service model just doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't know if it's changes from being purchased. Pioneer DJ got bought out by Alpha Theta, I believe, again by another company. And I don't know if it's like poor leadership or something, but I have no idea what is going on at Pioneer DJ. They're just kind of giving one disappoint after another. I feel like the Rekordbox 6 was a gigantic flop, especially after watching other YouTube influencers, Carlo Attendito, Cleveland Terry, all kind of saying the same thing. We're all on the same page that this was not really Pioneer's or Rekordbox's best update. I think they should try again. They should remove the subscription model. I don't think anyone's even going to opt in. Even a lot of other professional DJs I don't see using the cloud services. Me personally, with my workflow, I'm so used to how I function with thumb drives and just very small playlists. I'm not ever analyzing a collection of thousands of songs at a time. I just don't work that way. I take a very small subset of music, and that's what I work with for, specific performance. And yeah, cloud just doesn't interest me. So, and that's the big selling feature of Rekordbox 6. That, along with the other random issues I was having, I'm done with it. I'm gonna uninstall it. Fortunately, I didn't convert an entire collection from RB5 to 6, so I don't have to worry about that step. And also, when you install 6, it's a major version, so it doesn't overwrite 5. It leaves it there and installs a separate instance for 6. So once it's gone, I can just go back to 5 like nothing ever happened, right? So the next thing I wanted to talk about was this controller right here, which is the DDJ 400. I got this controller a couple of years ago. Every time I pick it up on video, I say, hey, this is one of the best controllers of all time. It should have won multiple awards. It really is that great. It's got your very intuitive CDJ style layout, where it looks just like a Nexus 2. It's got tons of features. I always talk about the sampler. It has a built-in sampler kit, which is incredible. One of my favorite features on this controller, because that allows me to use these performance pads to assign pretty much MIDI clips or any kind of sounds or my DJ drops or sound effects that you might use for a transition, DJ Flex dropping a bomb on them. You just hit the button and you can store all those sounds and trigger them using the sampler kit. Incredible, crazy powerful feature built into this controller that I love. It's got the hot cues. I don't really use beat jump, beat loop, but it's there. That's cool. I definitely use the hot cues. Platters feel nice to touch. The quality is great. It is made of plastic. It's extremely lightweight, but this thing is tough. I've taken this thing all over the country, Vegas, Atlanta, Baltimore. I stuff it in a bag and it gets thrown wherever on an airplane, and it gets beat up a little bit. It's got a deck saver on it. I don't even use a real case. I just use a plastic cover, and then it goes on top of all kinds of other random stuff and my luggage, and it survives, and it still looks great. It's not all beat up or anything. Everything still works 100%. And when I go through and kind of pre-process my sets, this is always the controller I use. I will sit this, I sit on my desktop, I move my keyboard out the way, I put this down and I plug it up through USB, and this is what I used to work with Rekordbox 5. I always talk about, the stuff I do before playing a set, which typically includes analyzing music, checking the beat grids, making sure everything's aligned, making sure the tempo is correct. I adjust the waveform however, look at it, go set hot cues, labels, all that stuff. Order stuff in a playlist. I use this controller to do all of that, and this thing is crazy powerful, and especially for the new DJs, which is part of the reason I think this controller is sold out right now all over the world. Today is April 24th, 2020, and so we're very much still under the quarantine with the COVID-19 pandemic, and so a lot of new DJs are just kind of entering the field, and they're looking for controllers to buy. A lot of people are always recommended either the DDJ 400 or the DDJ SB3. This is the better one in my opinion. The DDJ 400 was made to use Rekordbox. I do not advise you to buy this and try to use it with Serato. You're just going to have a lot of heartache. It's not meant for that. Get the SB3. I see a lot of people asking questions about that. Can I buy the 400 and use it with Serato? Easy answer is no. You can probably do some hacky stuff to remap a lot of the key functionality, but it's never going to be the way you want it, it's not going to work right still, in my opinion. So just get the SB3 if you like Serato. If you like Rekordbox, use the 400. The SB3 does have 4 channels, sort of. I'll let you look into that to kind of see what I mean. And I think, let's see, SB3 I think has like flip and can even help you do some like scratches where you just hit buttons and it makes scratching sounds if you can't, actually use the jog wheel to, transform and baby with crossfader and all that stuff. You can just hit buttons, and I think Jazzy Jeff actually did some recordings for that. So cool feature to check out, but you can manually do all that on any controller. And I still think this controller is much better. And I still like Rekordbox 5 more than Serato. I do use Serato here and there, but even after all this crap with RB6, Rekordbox 5 is still my favorite music management software, followed by Serato, and then sort of followed by Engine Prime. Not really by choice, but I don't like Engine Prime, but I have to use it for the Go and the Prime 4 and all these other controllers. So here we are, right? So this controller is crazy. Even if you're a professional DJ, I always recommend including this in your arsenal, doing the homework stuff, setting up a set. This is the perfect controller if you're doing gigs where there's no gear for you and you need to stay portable. Perfect controller. I bring this, a laptop, a stand. These are my favorite headphones. And that's pretty much it. And then I'm ready to throw on a show. And then some speakers. Typically a house will have speakers. Go to any club or whatever. So, so this is great. DDJ 400. If you can find it, I know it's probably sold out right now, but definitely keep an eye out because this is pretty serious. Try and smell, act a little excited here. So yeah, this is the surprise. So I'm building a new desktop, and this will help me a lot with doing all the video processing that I've been doing lately. All the music, all the Ableton, everything, live streaming. I'm just literally building a monster of a setup. This is the new Threadripper 32-core 3970X processor. It's an AMD chip. Not sure when it came out, but as of this time, this is the world's most powerful 32-core processor. Very excited to get to set this up and benchmark it. And so basically on my channel, I'm gonna unbox all of the hardware components. I'm gonna put things together. I'm gonna benchmark them. I'll try to keep some things pertain to music. I wanna keep the interest of all of my DJ and music followers. And then but hopefully I can get some new subs and some new followers off of some related tech stuff here, I think a lot of DJs that are into music also maybe are into computers, maybe gaming. I'm not really a gamer, I'm just kind of into productivity. And so a lot of what I do day to day, Adobe Premiere, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe After Effects, a lot of Adobe stuff, a lot of rendering movies, a lot of editing photos. And that's the crux of it. The rest is a lot of streaming, a lot of entertainment, a lot of watching YouTube. Most of it is just the video editing stuff. That's going to be pretty insane. So this is the motherboard that was suggested to go with this processor. I think it's also pretty new. It's the ROG Strix TRX 40. E-gaming. It's got all kinds of crazy features. You can look it up. I'll put the name in the description below. It's not going to be a sponsored link, don't worry. But if you want to research the parts, you can do that. And so all of the pieces are starting to arrive. And so probably tomorrow I'll start doing unboxing videos where I'll open things up piece by piece and I know a little bit about computers, so I can kind of talk about some stuff and give my opinion and feedback on different components. I haven't even plugged in this processor yet, and I already have a lot of thoughts and opinions about it, as well as this motherboard. And the last time I built a desktop was quite a long time ago, so there's a lot of new stuff on this motherboard that simply just didn't exist when I built my last computer. And so I'm pretty excited to get my hands on some of the stuff. This processor pretty much requires a liquid cooled system. So I'm using one of those all-in-one coolers. I have a cool case. All this crap lights up. I don't care about that. But I am interested in all of the horsepower that this thing can put out. So hopefully you guys will like that. I'm gonna do the build on video, and I'm just gonna do it downstairs at my living room table. And so yeah, got a bunch of pieces, and I'm thinking it'll take probably, once I get everything, maybe a day or two to put together, maybe 2 or 3, since I'm also filming and I want to get good YouTube coverage for it. So yeah, hope you guys subscribe and join me in my journey as I build this crazy setup. This is a $5,000 to $6,000 US setup, and I'm only saying that just so you know that this is a very mid to high end kind of workstation, power horse, crazy beast. Pretty much the fastest, most strong, crazy hardware I could find is what I got, and it's going to be really cool putting everything together and just seeing how good it is. And I can benchmark my old system, and we can, compare results if anybody's interested. Let me know in the comments, and we'll do it. All right, thanks for watching. I'm DJ Sterling. Peace.